and wanting you to play Zelda in a live-action movie. Is that something you'd be interested in, or a role you would like to pursue?
I mean, yeah, that would be cool. Like an elf? Yeah. And I mean, I played that video game a bunch when I was a kid. That's such a good game. Yeah, that's cool.
Now it's going to be a real thing. Have you given it more thought? Is that something you would actually want to do?
I mean, yeah, obviously. That would...
No thanks, bro.
What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the chronically charismatic Dr. Disaster. And Nintendo has made a lot of decisions lately which have gamers looking at them and going,
Does the word dumbass mean anything to you?
Nintendo has gotten on gamers' bad side recently. They raised the prices on certain Switch 2 games, rocketing them up to $80. They have gone out of their way to make life miserable for the developers of Palworld by using lawfare because they're butthurt that the game was successful without their permission. They've even dipped their toes into the water with some of the culture war stuff, where they made the Nintendo Mii characters genderless, and Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser went on a little diatribe lately talking about how the company values diversity.
What in the hell's diversity?
It is with this context in mind that when rumors started spreading that Nintendo had some ideas on who they were going to cast for Princess Zelda in their live-action Zelda movie coming out in a few years, when we heard that they were thinking about casting trans woman Hunter Schafer in that role, a bunch of us rolled our eyes because there was a lot of support from progressive tourists who want to use gaming and movies as vehicles for their activism. We figured that these were exactly the sort of people that Nintendo was going to try to listen to these days, and that Hunter would end up with the role.
This diva needs her stage!
But fortunately, it looks like common sense has prevailed. Nintendo is ignoring the bozos who work for them at Nintendo of America. Miyamoto himself got on social media this morning and announced that the people in the images here will be playing as Link and as Zelda. Link will be a biological male, and Zelda a biological female. And as you can imagine, when the leftist progressives who were pushing Hunter Schafer found out that Zelda wasn't going to have nuts, their response was hilarious.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. A lot of you have been hitting that subscribe button lately because we just crossed another subscriber milestone, so most of you know what question I have to ask.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo!
We now have 139,000 space pirate a-holes in this Buccaneer crew of ours, and as is the custom on the channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, we add a new ship to the fleet in order to house the new guys. This time, one of you recommended Benny's spaceship from the Lego movie, which you can see floating around here. If any of you have suggestions for future ships, drop them into the comments and I will add them into my long list. Super chats get bumped to the top of the list, and also, for your reference, I am adding an alphabetical list of all the ships already in the fleet to the description of the video. But in any case, I'm glad you're all here, it means a lot.
I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
But let's look at this news about the casting for The Legend of Zelda. First of all, let's read the X-Post from the official Nintendo account. It says here, "This is Miyamoto. I am pleased to announce that for the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda will be played by Bo Bragason and Link by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. I am very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen. And I will say, the actors definitely look the part. I've never heard of either of them, but good for them. This may be the role of a lifetime, and I'm hopeful that the movie rocks and it launches their careers into superstardom, because I am a massive fan of the Zelda franchise. But the meltdown on social media from these progressive tourists has been glorious to behold, and I wanted to share it with you. This person here responded to the casting news by saying, "While Hunter Schafer exists, yuck." And this guy wrote, "They had the chance to make a 100% perfect casting decision with Hunter Schafer and screwed that up somehow." And I'd just like to point out that if you look in the lower left there, this poor Hunter Schafer fan locked the replies on this tweet because these are a soft little people who can't handle it when someone interacts with them in any way besides complete agreement and capitulation. Just imagining these sorry little turds crying and whining in their safe space echo chambers brings a grin to my face. And then this poor wretch said, "We wanted Hunter Schafer." Yeah, you don't speak for anyone, you dolt. And then an account literally called the Hunter Schafer Gallery wrote, "Maybe in another life we have the perfect Zelda." It's amazing how they're writing this movie off immediately just because gaslighting the public into thinking that this Hunter Schafer person was popular. It didn't work. But anyhow, Brianna Wu herself, the feminist extraordinaire and all-around shit-lib enthusiast, then wrote, "I'm sorry, this is silly. If anyone was ever born to play Princess Zelda, it is Hunter Schafer." And then this person here had a little meltdown. "This is not Zelda at all. She looks nothing like Zelda," which is absolutely not true. This person looks absolutely like Zelda, but Hunter Schafer is who we want. Bo could be the Lon girl. Well, my dude, speak for yourself. If Nintendo thought that you people were the majority, they would have listened to you and made Hunter Schafer into this iconic character, but they kicked your asses to the curb because when you say this is who we want, what you mean, what you are referring to, whether you realize it or not, is a small subset of the gaming community who have been brainwashed by journalists and all-around morons into thinking that this gender identity stuff is popular and logical. But here's another of these poor deluded souls having a bit of a moment. It's transphobic reading all the Legend of Zelda casting for the live action. Like, why are all of them so enthusiastic that it's not Hunter Schafer? Because we have standards. We understand the world exists in a certain kind of way, and if a movie eliminates those standards and pretends that they don't exist, then it ruins the experience and takes us out of the story. That is why we are so excited with this casting news. But this person continued, saying, "I really hope they make a Twilight Princess live action with her. She deserves that role. She'd be perfect for it." And it seems that this person isn't seeing the writing on the wall. You lot think that Hunter would be a good fit for Zelda, but the rest of the world disagrees and rejects that idea. If a Twilight Princess version of The Legend of Zelda is ever made, I assure you, Hunter Schafer will not be cast. But you get the idea. They are coping and seething all across the internet, and it is glorious to behold. I'm glad that Nintendo didn't bow to these deluded idiots who thought that such a casting would fly. They would have lost millions of dollars by inviting that controversy. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of the Hunter Schafer minions into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.